Here are 4 food tips that you've got to know. Number 1 is don't just eat less. If you eat just less portions of the same wrong food, then you'll most likely drop a little bit of weight and then end up putting it all back on again because your hormones will be all over the place. This is probably the biggest mistake most people make on a fat loss journey, thinking that this is going to help them get to the body composition they want. Then they end up with low energy, frustrated, and then give up time and time again because they are running down the wrong path. Number 2 is not just high protein. For many people out there, they think, oh, well, I'll just eat lots of protein. You hear this online and social media about eating more protein. And by doing this, yes, it might initially help, but if you don't get the right amount of fats in your diet, so for example, your red meat, your lamb, your salmon, this is going to be really difficult for you to get the right nutrients. You'll get sick quite often. You won't have the energy you want. So you need to make sure you're balancing the right protein, which would be suggesting of animal fats, such as the meats that I suggested, plus in those, you're going to get the fats that you need, which will then keep you satiated, which means you're not going to be hungry all the time, and give you the energy. It'll help your brain function, and it'll help your body be far more efficient. Number 3, and this is the most common one for all people, is stop being all or nothing. So many people think that they're going to have this 100% perfect nutrition plan. They're always going to stick to it. And when they don't, they end up just giving up completely and telling themselves, I'll start again next week or next month. And they keep repeating the same cycle. Figuring out, making sure you find that balance of say an 85 to 15%, so 85 of the time you are actually eating perfectly, and then 15% you have a bit more flexibility, will most likely get you to your goal. For most people on a fat loss journey, yes, if you're looking at the small amounts of fat, if you're really, really lean, then you need to be a little bit more strict. But for the vast majority of people, just making sure that they have this non-all or nothing and just sticking to an 85 to 15% ratio will get you to your goal. Number 4 is structure and preparation. This is a funny one because for a lot of people, when you look at their weekend, they are super active, they're busy, they've got lots going on in terms of activities, and they won't even spend 1 hour to put the right food into the fridge and the right food into the cupboards. And actually, they tell you that they are too busy in work and they're overwhelmed and they've got no time to cook. If you're one of these people, then make sure you spend 1 hour on, say, a Sunday to put the right foods in the fridge, and this will be there for you when you get home at night to cook a meal. A simple bonus tip here would just be cook double the dinner, and this will then take it for lunch the next day, and it will save you a headache, and it's super simple. If you can't cook once a day, I don't believe you.